Most people think intelligence is loud, fast-talking, big words, constant opinions. But the truth is, real intelligence is almost invisible. It hides in quiet behaviors, subtle reactions, and small decisions that most people overlook. Today, we're exploring the psychological traits of truly intelligent people. The kind of traits you won't notice unless you look very, very closely. And if you resonate with these, you might be smarter than you think. Truly intelligent people don't just think. They observe their thoughts. Metacognition means they can step outside their own mind and ask, why am I reacting this way? What exactly am I feeling? Is this belief actually true? Most people live on autopilot, but intelligent minds pause, reflect, recalibrate. They understand their emotions as they're happening, instead of drowning in anger, fear, or frustration. They can zoom out and see the bigger picture. It's like their mind has a second layer, an internal observer always watching, always analyzing. If you do this without even trying, you're operating at a higher level than most. Truly intelligent people enjoy being alone, not because they dislike others, but because solitude gives them clarity. When the world gets too loud, they retreat inward, not to escape, but to recharge, reorganize, and think deeply. Many people fear silence. They fear being alone with their thoughts. But intelligent minds feel comfortable in that space. They can sit alone for hours, thinking, creating, learning, analyzing, and feel completely at peace. If solitude feels like home to you, you're not antisocial. You're introspective. You're wired differently. Here's one trait almost everyone misunderstands. Truly intelligent people are slow to react. Not because they don't feel things, but because they process emotions deeply before responding. Someone insults them. They pause. Someone raises their voice. They remain calm. Someone tries to provoke them. They don't engage. This isn't weakness. It's emotional control. Their mind asks, is this worth responding to? Will reacting help? What's the consequence? Where most people explode, the intelligent conserve energy. Where most rush into conflict, they choose strategy. And where most speak without thinking, they think and then speak. If you naturally take time before responding, you're not too quiet. You're emotionally intelligent. Intelligent people are endlessly curious. They want to know why things work, why people behave the way they do, why society functions as it does. Their mind never stops asking, how, why, what if? They lose hours researching random topics. Philosophy, psychology, history, science. Not because they have to, but because their brain craves stimulation. They love learning for the sake of learning. And the more they know, the more they realize how much is left to discover. If you're constantly diving into new ideas, new skills, new books, and new perspectives, you're not unfocused. You're evolving. Truly intelligent people notice patterns instantly. in conversations, in behaviors, in systems, in themselves. They can see connections between things that appear unrelated. Where others see chaos, they see structure. Where others see randomness, they see meaning. This is why intelligent people often predict outcomes before they happen. They don't have a crystal ball. They just recognize trends, patterns, and consequences that others overlook. If this happens to you naturally, you're processing information at a deeper level. Most people cling to their opinions, but truly intelligent minds can say, I was wrong. Not out of shame, but because they value truth more than ego. They constantly refine their beliefs, adjust their worldview, and update their understanding as they learn more. This flexibility is a sign of high cognitive ability. Stubbornness is not. If you can change your mind when presented with better evidence, that's not weakness. That's intellectual strength. Intelligent people don't chase attention. They don't need to be the loudest in the room. They don't need constant reassurance. They don't perform for approval. Instead, they value depth, deep conversations, deep ideas, deep connections. They choose quality over quantity in every part of life. If you've ever preferred a meaningful talk with one person over a shallow conversation with 10, you're wired like the rare few. There's a subtle inner fire in intelligent people. Not the loud motivation you see online, but a quiet, persistent desire for self-improvement. They want to be better, think better, understand better, and live better. This quiet ambition, this inner momentum, is one of the most defining traits of a truly intelligent mind. If you feel this, even if no one sees it, you're part of a very rare group. Truly intelligent people don't always look intelligent. They're not the loudest, the most confident, or the most outspoken. Their intelligence is subtle, quiet, internal. And if you recognize yourself in these traits, it's not by accident. You're growing. You're evolving. You're activating parts of your mind most people never touch. Remember this. You can cultivate these traits. Intelligence is not fixed. It expands with awareness, curiosity, solitude, and self-reflection. If you want more deep psychology, quiet intelligence, and mindset growth, make sure to stay with us. You're part of the rare ones now.